I am back. Thank you all for being here. So our next session is really going to be a beautiful story about a city, Yanbu, and I would like to invite my fellow panelists to please join me on stage, if they will. We have Dr. Fahad bin Mushayt from ASFAR. We have Abdulaziz Al-Shanqiti, Director, Governor General of Investment Development Division, the Royal Commission for Yanbu. We have Abdulrahman Albassam from Baheej. And we have Marloes Knippenberg, CEO of Kerten Hospitality. Thank you all for joining me. Please have a seat. I would like to begin. We're going to do this session in a little bit of a storytelling manner, and I think the best way to begin will be to start with a film. So if we can go to the video, please. Shukran.
There is a unique magic to this land we call home. The road will take you through its vast expanse. Follow the horizon, wherever it may take you. You can get lost in it, yet find yourself in its silences. Our past is generous enough to give us stories. Our stories have blossomed in the opportunities that we now welcome. With care, we weave our future with fine threads that lead us to our destination, carried like the embers of a fire under a starlit sky. Like a precious opal, our seas will reveal a treasure of colors. The wind is whispering an invitation. We are developing a white pearl nested in the emerald waters of the Red Sea Riviera, where past and future meet in a timeless dance. Yanbu waterfront by Baheej. Are you coming?
You can see how beautiful Yanbu is, and if you were looking on a map and you go directly west of Riyadh to the Red Sea, that's where Yanbu is, a little bit north of Jeddah, a little bit south of the Red Sea development, and it's just beautiful. So if we begin in this storytelling, I'd like to begin, Fahad, with you with ASFAR, because ASFAR has a unique role in bridging public and private sector investment to build the tourism sector of the kingdom with a unique and new business model. Can you explain further on your mandate of how you work with the different entities to really develop Yanbu? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Well, ASFAR was born to really go to all the promising cities and destinations in the kingdom. And ASFAR, as you know, is fully subsidiary owned by BIF. And our mandate is to work with the private sector and all the stakeholders in the kingdom to go to those beautiful untapped destinations and work together to really build a full tourism ecosystem in those destinations. And Yanbu definitely was a no-regret move by ASFAR, working in, Yanbu, a beautiful destination, as you saw. It has a future, promising future. Yanbu, of course, as you know, there is Yanbu al-Bahr and Yanbu Economic City, or Royal Commission of our colleagues in the Royal Commission of Jubail, Yanbu, are also here, so they will talk more about Yanbu. But it has all the ingredients to succeed, to bring really and to build on what has been built by the government and especially by Royal Commission of Yanbu. It's a beautiful city to start with, whether the old town or Yanbu al-Bahar or the industrial city in Yanbu. For us, by design, because we are in the business of making destinations, so to start with, we started with Yanbu, with the Royal Commission of Yanbu, which is the industrial city, because it has all the ingredients. It has a massive, beautiful infrastructure, beautiful shores. It's a matter of just plug and play. There has been a great projects that have been done by our colleague in Yanbu Commission. However, we came with our partners. All of what you see in here in the panel is or are our partner. And Abdulrahman Albassam is going to talk about the partnership as well. And we are about to sign also and announce our partnership with Kerten. Marloes is here with us. We're going to sign, in fact, in a while. So we have what it takes to get it done. We are there already. As you saw, 4 different assets class. Abdulrahman will talk about them. But we are here as ASFAR to really empower the private sector and give the lead to private sector, in fact. And we sit and watch as an investor, and we support the private sector by whatever it takes, by working with all the stakeholders, starting with, Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Investment, MUMRA, Royal Commission in the case of Yanbu. So we play with all the stakeholders to make sure that our partners can succeed and the stakeholders can really benefit from what is to be offered in Yanbu or any other case in other destinations.
Shukran for that. So continuing on with the story, let's talk about the Royal Commission. Abdulaziz, if you'll be kind enough to tell us about the Royal Commission's mission and your role with regard to Yanbu and how you're targeting investors and adding value as the Royal Commission, please.
Thank you very much, Edie, for invitation. I'm really happy and glad to be here in this event. I used to go to chemical event and industrial event, so it's a really different ambient here. I love to be enjoying this sector and this community. Royal Commission for Jubail and Yanbu is a government entity, have been established since 1975. It has a very strong track record in developing in cities. And the vision for Royal Commission is to be the best choice for investor and the economic growth catalyst for Saudi Arabia. So from this vision, we starting to create different initiatives in different sectors since the 1975. We had a very successful story in industrial sector. And right now we have about more than 1.1 trillion investments in our cities. In Yanbu alone, we reach about more than 300 billion Saudi Riyal investments in our city, in Yanbu specifically. Right now, we are, after the Vision 2030, we are trying to add another leg to the economic growth. So we are trying to add another engine or catalyst to the growth of that region. From that, we built a massive waterfront just to complement the industrial city and provide the ecosystem that allow any type of investment to flourish in our city. We know that the sector of logistics, the sector of tourism, the sector of also education, the sector of healthcare, and as far as the right partner in the right time to build that engine and moving forward in our strategy. So this is about Royal Commission and what we are trying to do in the future. Thank you.
Shukran, thank you. So if we continue on with the story, we'll go to Baheej next. because Baheej is going to be the developer for this and the partner that has been chosen. So as the project developer, why was Yanbu chosen as your first destination?
Well, thank you very much for this question. I think in our mission in Baheej to turn Saudi towns into exciting destinations, and in our aim to be a pivotal or have a pivotal role, I would say, in achieving the goals of the Vision 2030, primarily in the tourism sector, we've made the right choice, as Faisal said, to start with Yanbu as our first destination to announce. And I think there are many, many reasons, to be honest, but I will focus on primarily two. One of which is obviously what you've seen in the video. Every single picture in that video is real. It's from Yanbu. It's taken by our team, except for the CGIs, which will be done and operational by 2027 or in 2027. But that's the reality of Yanbu. Yanbu is known as being the Yanbu industrial, but it's really much more than that. There is so much that Yanbu can offer. It's a good investment as we see it today, and it's getting proven every single time. And it has many facets of experiences. You have the Radwa mountain, which is 2 kilometers or more than 2 kilometers high. You have Yanbu al-Nakhl and its heritage sites going back for almost over 1,000 years. You have so many stories, historical stories that happened in that city. You have the marina, the old marina, and you have obviously the best diving sites, I think, in the region, and one of the best definitely in the world. So it has all these potentials that Baheej is here to capitalize on and offer and enhance. The second reason is the partnership. When we look or to achieve like visionary goals, you can't do it on your own. And we were lucky enough and privileged to collaborate, obviously, with ASFAR as an enabler, a PIF company with all its resources and tools, and the private sector represented by own enterprises and Tamimi Group. But the real partner in this case, in Yanbu specifically, is the Royal Commission. The Royal Commission in Yanbu is the partner to look for as an example in our second destination. They have the best infrastructure, they have the best support system, they are willing and enabling every investor to come and see, providing them with data, with support, logistical and otherwise. A partnership is very important in delivering ambitious, fast goals such as these. And Yanbu, I presume and think, it will be the doorway of the new Red Sea Riviera. And this is what we believe, and this is what we will be seeing very soon.
Well, I can't wait to go. I hope the rest of you feel that way. And you talked a little bit, and you touched a little bit on the timeline of 27. Can you tell the audience a little bit more about the master plan, exactly what you will be, the structures, et cetera, and then as a result of that, the experiences you'll deliver? And we'll get into that a little bit too.
So Baheej is not just a real estate developer. It's actually much more than that. We have development is definitely a vertical in our company, but there is also the operations component. We're partnering today with Kerten, for example, on the hospitality part, but we're also delivering our tour operations and destination management services that we're working hands in hand with the Royal Commission in this regard. We are today coming into Yanbu. We've analyzed it. We've analyzed where are the gaps, and part of the deliveries that we're announcing today is the first phase of our developments. And we're talking here about we're developing there 4 assets, 3 that we're announcing today. 1 will be announcing very soon. The 3 that we are announcing today, one is the boutique hotel in the Nauras Island. It's on 113 rooms, designed according to the Yanbu heritage, in a very modern and creative way, as well as taking its interior designs and experiences from the souls of Yanbu, which is Yanbu al-Nakhl, Yanbu al-Sana'iyya, and Yanbu al-Bahr. And this is in partnership, obviously, with Kerten and the brand of Cloud 7. And then we have the beach retreat. We're introducing our first brand, one of a kind in Saudi, Kainouna Beach. And that's, we are going to talk about it. My colleague will talk about, we're going to talk about it this afternoon in a session. And the third is the visitor center, which is, we believe, will be a landmark in Yanbu city. The visitor center will provide a state-of-the-art diving center that will provide its services and create its experiences in water sports, as well as diving opportunities for either trained and professional divers, but also for people who would like to experience this type of experience in the most safest and top-notch standard kind of way. So that's in a nutshell what we are announcing today.
Wonderful. So Marloes, with the CEO of Kerten, has been selected to be the hotel partner. And not only congratulations on your selection and doing so, but congratulations also on being a new mom to a gorgeous son. He is precious. So a woman, I guess, can do it all. But on that note, can you tell us, as the hotel operator for Yanbu, please tell us about your hotel development plans. I know that you're going to do Cloud 7 there, and really, with beyond the development, how it's going to integrate into the community and the specialties of Cloud 7 in that integration. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think what's really great about this conversation in general and what we do as Kerten Hospitality is, you know, we develop lifestyle and lifestyle projects. And what's really important to us is that the developments are not just, you know, kind of a box and you try to drive an audience into a box that looks the same and you wake up in the morning and you could be anywhere in the world. Everybody who's talking on this panel is talking about partnership. Everything that is happening at the moment in Saudi Arabia goes within the ecosystem. I've never heard the word ecosystem or partnership as much as here. If it's private sector, government, you know, local authorities. And what's important for lifestyle is that you bring a soul into the building, right? It's firstly the hardware, it's the location, it's the environment, but secondly, it's with this vision, you need to create a feeling. You need to give people a reason to go to Yanbu. You need to give them the interest, but you also need to capture them. You need to give them all of the components, etc. And so the way that we work on every single project is saying, as owner or as the funder or as partners, what are you envisioning? Who is the target audience? Who is going to actually go to Yanbu for leisure or for work? What are the aspects that they need and how will they return? And then we start working on how does the architecture look like? How does the interior look like? How can we integrate the wellness element? How can we integrate the adventure? How can we keep people much longer? And so all of the work that we've been doing together has been really about what are the facilities? How do we incorporate them to let them go out, right? And we look at every single destination with every single project like that. Here we're putting Cloud 7. When you look at our Cloud 7 developments, they're all different. They're all bespoke. They're all concept driven to a target audience for that location, because at the end of the day, right, if it's private sector or government, it's about return of investment at the end. It's a project with a vision, it's a project with passion, it's a project with a dream, but it needs to make financial sense. And what we're all doing together is to ensure that the components that come together make financial sense, yet bring that soul environment for people to really be interested in.
Thank you. And you touched on the importance of who is the customer, who is the client, who is the guest that will be coming to enjoy this. And one of the things I also like, and what I've seen with Vision 2030, is that everything is in line with an all-inclusive nature, whether it's a family, whether it's couples, whether it's people with disabilities, that you want to make sure all of these services can append to the different audiences. Marloes, can you talk a little bit more about the target customer and numbers and how many rooms your property will have and things of that nature?
So we're going to, we're going up and down into a lot of the details that I think we're going to reveal over the time as we go with regards to the F&B we're injecting. I think what's really important for Cloud 7 is, in Yanbu specifically, is that the target audience, first and foremost, is a leisure adventure target audience. Secondly, when you look at the development that is going into Yanbu today, when you go into a city center of Yanbu and you look at the heritage development, the souk areas, the market areas, etc., the amount of developments going into Yanbu are significant. When you look at a place like, for example, Alula today, or you look at Asir, the target audience is into those developments or into those locations is a corporate audience. People that are consultants, architects, interior designers, engineers, people that go to the destination to develop it. What we're doing with Cloud 7 in Yanbu is targeting both. So during the week, we want to really motivate and inspire people to show them what Yanbu can be, what Yanbu is, what Yanbu has to offer to a corporate audience that can stay for 5 days, with or without the weekend. The other audience that we want to attract is people that, the drive is easy to Yanbu, right? We've done it a couple of times. It's beautiful, it's easy, it's an easy road. You can drive it yourself, and that's me talking as me, right? I don't speak Arabic. I have no issue to do it. Is that leisure audience, if that's for the diving center, if that is for the other adventure around, if that's for the wellness components that are going in, those people are probably first a local audience. Secondly, the international market, and I'm not just talking about the GCC market. Saudi Arabia has put in so much effort to put Saudi Arabia on the international map. People are curious, and people are no longer saying it's just a desert. When you look at this video, right, you wouldn't think this is Saudi Arabia. And I think what Yanbu is doing specifically, and a project like this being the flagship for the destination, being an anchor project to put the destination on an international map, is doing more than, just saying, here's a gorgeous room, come and stay. It's saying, we're giving you all of these components, come and explore, come and experience. And so we're going to capture this younger audience that we all talk about, but I would say most people here consider themselves the younger audience. So the younger audience is probably 40 plus, yet attracting that younger audience that we said a long time ago was 25 plus. But people that don't just want to see anymore the kind of classic, the same. People that want to see something different. And for that, you cannot be everything to everybody, right? But we're attracting those people that want to make a difference in the country. We're attracting those people that are part of the ecosystem, that just want to be motivated, go away, or want to be inspired. That's really what this project is going to do.
Well, I think it will also enhance the local community as well. Can any of you, or all of you, or each of you talk about how the local community of Yanbu has embraced it? Because it's economic growth for them, it's making maybe children and their families not have to move away for job creation and things of that nature. So has it been well received by the locals?
Look, based on statistics that was announced by the Ministry of Tourism last year, I mean, we've reached 100 and plus million visitors, and 70% were locals. And travelers within Saudi, and they spend at least 5 to 7 nights. So to start with, really, we are working together with all the stakeholders to bring more visitors, international visitors and local visitors. And of course, to do so, we are really working at ASFAR and Baheej to make sure that we capitalize on the DNA of the destination, be it people themselves, their culture, their behavior, the typology itself, the climate, and we're working together with small and medium enterprises. We're working with, family-based businesses that are providing, either whether food or, cultural stuff that we are going to bring it to the destination. In ASFAR, as I said earlier, we are not in the business of, as Marloes said, the hardware will be there and the hardware will be amazing. However, that is not enough. We are going to be investing in creating DMCs at a kingdom level and at also Baheej level. There is our own DMC and there is our own also other companies that will be working with the locals to empower the locals. We are going to train them. We are going to get them to be part of the employment in Yanbu. And luckily we are in Yanbu, Yanbu economic city. So there is a lot to capitalize on the either small and medium or large enterprises that already exist in Yanbu. So there will be a lot to be done in Yanbu for the locals.
I would add to this, to what Bu Faisal just said. We are currently in the development stage, as you know, and obviously the hoarding and the works that are going on around recently are creating intrigue in the local community. But we've been actively involving the community in our, for example, design aspect in the tour operations. Our team has been there on the ground a number of times, spending a few days within the community. I'm sure that every single one of the Baheej team knows a dozen Yanbaawi at the moment in different sectors. They've met fishermen, they've met boat owners, they've met divers, they've met local tour operators, paragliders, and even coffee shop owners. And we've had a discussion. We've had a number of, I would say, focus groups discussing the offering and whatnot. I can remember a few of them who impressed me with their ideas. I can mention their names. I don't know if it's appropriate, but I mean, there were real focused interactions with the community, and that's Baheej is all about. That's primary, and I think this is what's good about focusing on what is called secondary towns. Is that the community is engaged, the community is interested, they want to be there, they want to be part of this. We're receiving applications for jobs that we didn't even offer yet. So definitely it is part of the deal since the development, and I'm sure during the operation as well.
Well, it's quite a wonderful story, and I think this is a classic example, perhaps a future Harvard Business School case study on how to do things right, how to implement, how to have partnerships, private and public sector. And with as beautiful as it is, and with these great companies involved, I'm sure it will be a smashing success. And what today's tourist is looking for is that authentic experience. So I have no doubt in 27 or hopefully sooner that all of us can go visit Yanbu. Well, on behalf of the whole summit, thank you guys. We're out of time, but I appreciate each and every one of your comments. Thank you. Shukran.